Death's Disguise is another fairly popular low-level set that, thanks to the changes in 2.4, is very well positioned as a potential tool for a number of builds thanks to an exceptionally useful and budget-friendly two-part combo that can now keep up with your character's progression through the game. Starting with the overall set, it's decent enough with bonus attack rating and resist to keep things rolling, not to mention a bit of minimum damage for helping with your averages at least, and a solid bit of life leech that, it is actually important to note, will show up with just two parts of the set, which is pretty important if you want to use the glove belt combo on a martial character that can definitely use that life leech. Moving into the individual parts, let's talk about the part that will likely get ditched first, and that's the sword, which in and of itself is not bad, though with how common it is, you will get tired of finding it. That said, it is a bit slow naturally and is not overwhelming with its base damage, but it does pack some life leech of its own, and when combined with other parts of the set, pulls off a decent amount of cold damage for normal difficulty, making it far from the worst weapon choice for your starting characters once you reach the stats to equip it. The more favorable parts are the gloves and the belt. Starting with the gloves, we have a serious poison theme. Basically, it gives you chunky poison resist and a bit of poison length reduction, which does not hurt. Though, when combined with any other part of the set, this glove whips out the big guns with 30% increased attack speed, which, if you didn't know, is the highest increased attack speed modifier you can get on a glove, and can only be found on one other item, Saigon's Gauge. What this set has that is not found on Saigon's though is Cannot Be Frozen, which you get on the belt regardless of the number of parts in the set you equip. But if you do equip another part, like we usually do with the gloves, it slaps on another 15% resist all, which is not half bad. Though, as a sash, it's not going to give you a near enough slots to make most players happy, and that's where 2.4 comes into play. Since in 2.4, you can upgrade set items, upgrading Death's Guard to an exceptional belt for the rather cheap cost of Tal, Shale, and a perfect diamond. This will give you the desired maximum slots, which makes this one of the best choices for upgrading a normal set item to exceptional, though as far as the rest of the set, you won't see too much value for the exceptional upgrade, since like most other sets, you either won't get much benefit in defense for the gloves, and the 5% enhanced damage on the sword just isn't high enough to overcome the better options you can make with rune words, or even just shopping. Overall, this is an amazing set that deserves the love it gets in low-level communities and deserves more attention even in the normal player realms with 2.4 coming out. The only real hurdle for the set is that the belt and gloves can be fairly uncommon if you don't know how to farm for them due to their low item types, making the areas where they are prone to drop extremely uncommon farming areas. But once you have them, whether accidentally through later farming or through targeted farming in normal, they are worth keeping at least one of for early character progression. So do you plan on upgrading any sets, and if so, which ones? Mention them down below, and as always, a special thanks to the regular viewers that help make all of this possible.